Yeah, we've got a transmission coming in.
10-4.
Yeah, Brian, it's looking more and more like the Arizona Coyotes of the National Hockey League will be relocating to Utah next season.
Players and management has been told they are on their way. They will play next season in Salt Lake City.
The state is a sports state, which leads me to this.
Yes, it is. Welcome in live to the Delta Center. It is time to meet Utah's NHL franchise.
I'll answer it for him for the umpteenth time.
What?
That's right. Welcome back to the Puck Drop Podcast. I am Cole, the NHL Music Man Chapman, and I'm here with Lieutenant Tangle D, Destin Edgington, and we are brought to you by Hockey Stops. Like always, check them out. Local shop in Ogden and now in Logan. They're your one-stop shop for everything hockey. They will take care of you. Corey is amazing. The whole shop is amazing. Go check them out. We are here with Sheldon and Maddie from Perfect Skating. And Sheldon and Maddie, we need to take a cheers real quick with Bucked Up Energy. So cheers to that, everybody.
Salute again.
These guys are from Perfect Skating, and they so Perfect Skating is like a is it nationwide, worldwide type of
like north south. I mean, you're up north.
We have 13
Canada.
locations in Canada and 2 locations here. Utah being the second one that it's the franchise that we're part of. So
awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. And where did it start out at?
Started in Ottawa.
Ottawa.
Yeah, in Canada.
Hey, we're going to the Ottawa game on the 22nd.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, and I mean, Perfect Skating's been around for a really long time. They've been around since like 2007, 2008.
Okay.
And just kind of started expanding from there. The head guy, his name is Sean Allard. He's the founder, and he was actually the skills and development coach for the Colorado Avalanche when they won the Stanley Cup.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What, back in 1947? No, I'm just kidding.
What was that? Like, it was probably, what, 2000?
Yeah,
I think it was 2018,
Yeah.
17, 18, I believe.
I think that was the
Sounds
year.
about right.
It could have
Yeah.
been 18, 19, but it was very recent. And before that, he was with the Nashville Preds as their skill coach. So
I was just jabbing at the Colorado fans. Here
So
in
how
Utah.
all over? Well, and to be honest with you, like, we've got a lot of Canadian fans.
Yeah.
Which thank you for everybody's support. With that being said,
Canada?
but at the end of the day, like, what parts of Canada are you guys around? So that, I mean, we had a Stefan, shout out Stefan from Montreal, journalist. De la Montreal. journalist,
Montreal,
something.
yeah.
It's hard to say. It's French Canadian, very very heavy.
He wrote a whole article about us, and we
Yeah.
couldn't understand a single word of
Yeah,
it.
it took forever to.
We had to translate
Google
it.
Translate. Yeah.
But no, I want to project that out to the audience and get you guys on the map more. So what is it, the specifics that you guys go through? Because, I mean, I'm just going to bring up real quick for myself, like, we never did figure skating, right? But, like, we did figure skating techniques with ice skates.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious to see how you guys project what you want out of your skating skills and stuff. So
yeah, so to answer kind of your first question, there's locations all over Western Canada, Calgary, Edmonton, Red Deer, plenty. Well, that's the east part, but
Sorry, geography's not very good.
yeah, I was gonna say, but tons in Ontario with Perfect Skating. But our style, it actually is more of. There's 2 types of programs that we offer, which is the Perfect Skating, which is more of the fundamentals, inside outside edges.
The Perfect Skating is meant to correct your asymmetries in your stride. So the background of that is. So when they were going through and developing this, it's a methodology. And the methodology is from the university. They did a couple of studies. The kinesiology department did studies with hockey players and how they move and the efficiency of how they move. And they found that even though everybody skates a different way, like I'm not going to skate the same way as Sheldon, Sheldon's not going to skate the same way as you, but the efficiency of your stride doesn't change. the mechanics of your stride shouldn't change. And if you can correct these asymmetries, correct these the movement mechanics, that's going to end up making you faster, stronger, more powerful, even if you don't skate the same. So there's a lot of science that goes into it. I graduated exercise science, so the science is my...
I saw science like above Destin's head when you were explaining that. I saw equations. He's like... Wow.
Well, I'm like, well, that's just like Corey
No,
with
that's
a
cool,
cut.
though.
Like, I get a half cut, you know,
Yeah,
depending on
no,
my weight.
that is cool, though.
Like, I just kind of know what feels comfortable.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, it's physics,
But
right?
to-
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%.
But to hear that in like an actual format is awesome.
Yeah,
and
and we
we
went
want to know
through-
more of that. Like,
yeah, we went through hours and hours and hours of training just to be able to teach this the way that it's meant to be taught. You can teach inside edges. You can teach outside edges. You can teach somebody how to skate. But what about their body position? What muscles are they using? How can they use different muscles that they've never used before to make them faster? So that's the background of perfect skating.
So with that being
That's
said,
cool.
I got
like
a question. I mean, you obviously want to utilize your ice time, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So whatever you pertain to utilizing your ice time at, what is the off ice training to utilize what you can to obviously like project the muscles that you're talking about and how to incorporate that, build those muscles to develop. I mean, and we're probably talking more of like a more skill-based hockey asset right now, right?
Yeah.
Not like you're not going out on the first time of ice to really, you know.
These are developed players.
These
on,
are developed
on how,
players that want to
how they
work
can
on how
improve,
to.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I see it as like a super bonus for sure.
Yeah.
Because like you can go run sprints, you can go run ladders and like,
Right.
Definitely.
but like, how are you building the muscles? I mean, I don't want to give all the secrets away because that's
Yeah.
obviously what you guys do.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? But
I mean, with my exercise science background, taking it off ice is, while you're on the ice with us, we're not just showing you what to do. We're explaining through what muscles are you using, and if the kids have questions on how to do this stuff off ice or how to work these certain muscles off ice, more than just your major muscle groups, we're more than happy to provide that to them and give them those off ice exercises that are going to aid in performance. Like everybody knows that, maybe not everybody, but your quads, right, are your leg muscles, the muscles on the front of your legs. Everybody knows that if you do a squat or a lunge or running, you're going to help strengthen those. But what else outside of those major muscle groups are you going to be using? And that's what we do on the ice, is explain that to the kids. And some of them are young enough to where it just goes in one ear out the other. But over time and repetition, that's when they begin to really learn how to do it.
and then even if as long as it's in the subconscious, you're gonna start to figure it out.
Oh, 100%.
Well, and that comes with stretching. I'm first and foremost, I'm gonna say make sure that you do a light warm up and stretch before you start really pushing yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, as hockey players,
I stretch before I golf. Like,
no, you don't. You were
golf is a lot less.
Shut up, dude. You were just bitching, excuse me, on the way over here about how
I was
you
telling you.
tore your quad.
And I stretched
golfing.
before. That's the sad thing. Getting old, man.
That heat'll get you.
It's that twisting motion. I'm not used to
right.
it.
I know. So what's your
I'm just giving
your
crap.
guys' background? Like individually, let's start with Sheldon here. What's your background and how did it project into getting into this perfect skating?
Yeah, so to take it right back, I started skating when I was 3. My parents signed me up with my older brother to play hockey, just because I was at the rink, and they told my parents to sign the little one up.
And this was
too.
in Canada, right?
In Canada, and
obviously.
so we signed up, and I ended up playing 12 years in the Richmond Hill Hockey AAA Association under the Stars and the Coyotes, and from there I went to the OJHL. Shout out Utah, Jack McBain. He actually played in the OJHL as well.
Yeah.
And so I played in that league for Newmarket Hurricanes for 3 years. And I was able to get an opportunity to go play at Adrian College for the men's Division I program. And that's where I've been the last 5 years playing hockey there. I've been sort of a leader on each of my teams, and I've been slowly transitioning into that coaching role. And, last year, I think we won the national championship for Adrian and
For the second time.
for our second time, and it was really cool. But that year, it was a
Nobody
big
gives
eye opener
himself
for me.
enough
Yeah, it was a big eye opener for me. Just to get into the coaching realm and work with the younger guys on the team and try to just share all the knowledge I had with those guys to continue our program and keep it as legit as it's been the last 5 years.
So teaching is fun, and I kind of have
It's
experience
amazing.
of teaching
I love it.
Absolutely.
other things in my working career.
Yep.
And I don't think it's for everybody, but teaching people is just fun. Like to know that you're improving their lives in one way or another, right?
Definitely.
and
It gives you
exactly.
that good feeling, and like it makes you want to just keep going with it.
Well, and when you
and-
have a good coach
Absolutely.
can either make, or any coach can make or break your experience. And when you have a good coach, you like think the world of them. I had
Yeah.
so many good
Oh, yeah.
coaches growing up, and they were my idols. I idolized my good coaches.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
and you
And-
learn from your bad ones. Maybe
Yeah.
you have one that you don't love, but
Like even teachers throughout
Yeah.
school and stuff.
Well,
Like,
and-
I remember my
So-
favorite teachers, and they left an imprint. you
Yeah.
know? Like,
Exactly.
that's-
And in regard to that though, like it actually broke my heart because I did stop coaching because this was taking up a lot of our time. And I did it for 2.5, 3 years maybe. And I mean, championships all over, right? Parents would get mad at me. I mean, it comes with when I say politics, it doesn't mean stupid politics, by the way. We had an issue with that earlier.
Sports
It's
politics.
Sports politics, where people get upset that you're working their kid, right? And
Definitely.
the ones that you're working are the ones that are good. You
Yeah.
want them to progress and you want them to be better.
Yep.
And then the championships that come with it. We won
Maybe not good, but
countless.
they at least have the potential of learning. They know how to learn. They know how to listen.
but it carries over to everyday
Right.
life.
Yeah.
Right.
So you got to keep that in mind as well.
Yeah.
It's not just like I'm out here to chastise your kid. I'm here to
yeah.
make them
teach him
better.
ethics.
I,
and
s-
life.
I s-
And-
when
and-
you can see what he can be,
potential.
Yeah.
or she can be. Right?
and that goes for all of them, and we were it was kind of a mixed unit, but they banded together and we ended up winning a
Yeah.
lot. And toward the end of the year, it was like they all came together finally after sports psychologists, 12 years old, a bunch of different banter. I mean, but if you start early and get that appropriated, you're going to have a squad.
Yeah.
And there's no family like hockey family.
Yeah.
Again,
Absolutely
that is
true.
like-
So, Maddie, how about you? Where'd you? I noticed you kind of mentioned your schooling and whatnot that kind of helped you translate into ice skating and hockey and whatnot. So
Yeah.
let's hear it.
My story, to keep it short, it's a very elaborate story. I had a very
yeah.
different
We got time.
experience being a female. But I was born and raised in Fresno, California. Back when I started playing, we were the Fresno Falcons, and then we transformed into the Fresno Monsters. But I actually played boys hockey until I was about 15.
Oh, really?
And I was one of the only girls in the entire organization. I tried playing girls hockey, U14, U12.
And what got you into it? Parents or what?
So I'm the youngest of five. My big brother, my oldest brother, he played. He was really good. Didn't unfortunately go to like college or anything. My sister never played, but my two other brothers also played.
Yeah.
I told my mom that I wanted to learn how to skate when I was really young. And so she wanted me to be a figure skater. And
So you went left instead of right.
when my mom put on my first pair of skates when I was 18 months old, pushed me out onto the ice and, she put me in the dress and the tights and all that stuff. And I saw the boys playing on the other side, skated over there. They said, "No, sweetie, you can't be over here. You got to go back to the other side." And I said, "If I can't play hockey, I'm not playing."
Yeah. Love it.
My mom kind of threw her hands up in the air and was like, "Okay, I guess she's going to be a hockey player."
Shout out to mom.
Shout out, mom. Leading me down this path. And, then going into boys hockey, there was always obstacles and hurdles being a girl. And, you're not strong enough. You're not fast enough. There's so many you're not.
You're going to get hurt and everything else with that. But
Yeah, and I am a smaller statured female. I'm not going to disregard that fact. And when we got to the age where it was okay, you're going to start hitting, I got rocked a couple times, and I can't remember at what point I decided that I wanted to take this to college, and I really wanted to try to play in college, and that was my aspiration. And not. I was told by lots of people, you're not going to get recruited playing on a boys team. You got to go play girls. You got to go play girls. And finally, I joined a tournament team my sophomore year of high school. I flew out for tournaments like every weekend. And it's expensive when you're flying every single weekend. You're taking hockey gear, you're staying in hotels. So I ended up, the organization that I was playing for was the Colorado Selects in Colorado. And I ended up being their first billet athlete. My junior year of high school, I was 15. So I moved out of my home, moved in with a whole nother family.
Shout out to the Billet family, right?
Yeah. Well, and you know what? That's the age that you have to get out, 14 to 15, because that's where USA hockey starts to, implode with, or, explode with getting everything out there.
Yeah,
and so
100%. And that's when that's when the recruiting process really starts, your freshman, sophomore year of high school. I was a little bit late to the game, but it ended up working in my favor. So I went and I billeted for 2 years, my junior and senior year. I did end up getting recruited to go play in Boston, Massachusetts. I played at a smaller college called Becker College.
Destin hates Boston.
Not only that, but after the show, I'm going to give you a little bit of a heads up on something.
Oh, actually,
I'm a Leafs fan too, so I hate Boston. So we're good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll talk after the show. Yeah, sure.
So I went and I played at Becker College, which was NCAA for 2 years. I didn't love it out east. Being from the West Coast, it's a very different lifestyle.
Without a doubt.
Very different people, and I know some people love it out there. I personally just didn't. So I ended up leaving. I went back home to California I took a gap year between my sophomore and junior year of college. I knew I wanted to keep playing, so I picked up playing on a exhibition men's ACHA D2 hockey team for a year, which was really cool, being able to play in the men's side of the sport, get a taste to go back to men's, because I'd played women's for so long. And then I ended up at Adrian College. Finished out my 2 years playing ACHA D1 out there.
Awesome.
And then right as soon as I graduated, I started coaching their ACHA D2 women's hockey team. And I did that for 3 years. And now I'm here.
And I love Perfect Skating was like, swoop, we're going to take you.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, and that's the best part about it is like with what you guys are doing, especially here in Utah, Utah has a lot of female athletics in hockey.
It
actually.
does, yeah.
I mean, it has grown exponentially.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that should be taken advantage of, because I feel like it's almost like a goalie.
Yeah.
You don't get enough credit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's so many people wanting to play.
Yeah.
But once you hit an age gap where obviously, I'm playing high school with the boys now and I'm going to get wrecked, or vice versa, where now they have the 4 teams actually, of Utah high school girls.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a start in and of itself.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
But then again, though, like, don't be afraid to go play hockey.
Yeah. Well, the sport is transforming also. I mean, this season, the first ever female assistant coach for
Seattle.
Was it Seattle?
Yeah.
Yep. I can't remember her name, but
Jessica Campbell.
Yep.
There
Campbell.
we go.
I was going to say
I knew somebody in this room would probably
I got you.
Yeah, you nailed that.
But cool.
He beat me too.
Sheldon.
Cool stuff though, right?
No, it's phenomenal. It's really cool. And I think the other thing too that I really want to note, just for anybody watching, is that there are so many more options than just NCAA D1 to go and play. You have NCAA D1, you have NCAA D2 Independence, you have NCAA D3, and then you have this whole other league that is not NCAA, but it is under the umbrella. It's the ACHA. The ACHA is what used to be known as your club hockey. And club hockey never really got a good rep, and we have how many club hockey teams here in Utah? I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
The name the colleges: Weber State, USU,
UVU.
U of U, UNLV, UVU.
You could go on forever.
They're all ACHA, and there's 3 different divisions within that ACHA bubble. There's ACHA D1, D2, and
a lot of
D3.
players.
But that
It's
also
It's
stems
amazing.
from the NCDC now, because like a lot of them will come here, they love the place, and then they'll go and transfer to go to college to finish. But that's brought the actual game up a little bit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, there's so many variables.
Yeah.
So many variables with it, right?
And have you guys been in touch with any of the Ogden Mustangs or Utah Outliers or anything?
We're working on it. We're trying to get a hold of some people and get the name out there. And
Okay,
I think
we can help you.
Yeah.
We can help you.
I think it's just difficult because we're so new, right?
Yeah.
We came here in
Yeah.
August. Nobody knows
August?
who
I was
we
just gonna
are.
ask you.
Right.
Yeah, we came here in August. We started our clinics in September,
Yep.
and nobody really knows, who we are, and that's okay because we're so new. You know,
we can
And-
help you with that.
Exactly. And
Totally.
you're starting to get the buzz rolling
Yeah.
and
Yep.
everything else. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just like anything that
Nobody knew who we were when we
3
started
months
in June.
I'm not saying we're rich because it's expensive. But
We're cool though. All right, we're cool.
Yeah.
We're cool.
Yeah.
Ice cold. Huh? No, but I mean, check them out though. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things
Yeah.
where like ice time's probably an issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we
There's
skate
not
from
enough-
6 to 7 in the
not enough
morning,
rinks,
so
but that's okay.
You know what,
parents
though?
have to take their
Early
kids.
So are you
Gets the
working?
worm,
Are you
man.
just working
I
with
agree.
like parents right now, or what? Like currently, like what's your schedule like?
Oh,
like
yeah.
on a weekly basis right now.
Yeah, on a weekly basis. In Mondays, we're in Logan. We drive all the way up to Logan on Monday mornings.
Beautiful. drive.
Tuesdays, it's unreal. It's amazing. Tuesday and Fridays, we're in Ogden, so we're at the Weber State Rink.
Cool.
Wednesdays, we're at the Olympic Oval, which again, phenomenal facility, absolutely amazing. And on Thursdays, we're at Steiner, so Salt Lake
you're
City Sports
pretty much
Complex.
hitting those hot markets.
So what do you guys do with goalies? Because like just
No,
based
well,
on
hold on.
conversation,
Well,
it's like
and I'm going to go back onto this because of the last episode.
Yeah.
Goalies need to be one of the best skaters on the ice.
Yeah.
I mean, I really feel like that. I mean,
we talk about mechanics and physics and
Your movement
efficiency and
and- yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a certain strategy when it comes to goalies?
Right now, as of right now, we are not working with goalies.
Okay.
Right now, we are player focused, and I do recognize the fact that goalies do need to be just as good as skaters.
well, with that being said, I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah.
going to cut you
No,
off.
you're good.
I do it every episode.
cuts everybody
I
off.
do it every episode. Even if you're a goalie, put your goalie skates on and go work with what they're teaching you.
Well,
Because that's
the more you know
absolutely-
on the ice and what's happening
And
on
if
the
you
ice,
can
the
wear
better
your goalie
goalie you're going
skates,
to be.
you know
know?
what?
So
If you fall down, you get up, right?
Yeah.
We
If
actually,
you're not falling, you're not learning. Fail forward, fall forward, right?
yeah, we've done some team clinics. We just did two team clinics, one with the U18s and one with the U16 Oval
Shout out
Dogs.
Oval Dogs.
Shout out the Oval Dogs. And they really impressed
here
us.
like,
and
oh
the
gosh.
goalies were honestly some of the best skaters we saw out there.
Yeah.
And it really impressed us a lot, but they're always great. They're always willing to get into the net. And for our drills, we like to incorporate a lot of shooting and
Yeah. And that's
making sure the kids are having fun
as-
while they're developing.
without
too,
a
right?
doubt. Have fun first and foremost. Obviously.
Yeah.
For
And
sure.
I think we do, honestly, Sheldon and I, because we're on the ice and we're with the kids, and I would like to say and like to think that we keep it pretty fun on the ice for the kids. I mean, we have kids.
when we first met you guys, I could tell you guys are fun people. So these guys are fun. Check them out. Yeah, they're great. They're great.
It's
I love
not
it.
like when I grew up, or maybe how you grew up, where you step on the ice and all you see is 2 garbage cans and no nets, and you're like, oh,
I've
no
had a few of
pucks
those
either.
here
too.
we go.
I had a few of those. Yeah.
Here we go.
Definitely.
But
So enjoy it.
to kind of just bring this back full circle, you had asked what do we provide, what do we do, and we do the perfect skating. I want to also add that we do SAM. SAM is a small area movement program that we offer, and that is more focused on your in-game play, focused on your situational awareness,
shifting and head movement to
Exactly.
puck movement and
Definitely.
stuff like
Tight
that.
turns, rudder
Anticipation.
turns.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love
passing,
that.
shooting. That's our
Okay.
SAM program, and
love
that
that.
is a huge hit with the kids. They love doing that because
Good.
you can work on skating all day, all night, but shooting and stick
There's a
handling is a
lot.
part of the game
There's
too,
a lot
right?
that goes into this game.
So,
It's
but
one
we
of
do
those
those
things.
2 programs, our specialty clinics, and like Sheldon said, we do team clinics. So we're kind of all over the board with it.
Okay, because I thought it was just more of like when I grew up. Oh, we have a skills coach coming out or skating coach coming out, and you learn how to skate 1-footed the whole rink, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it gets
It's a lot
low and
different.
like a lot of edges and stuff. I didn't
Yeah.
know you guys were universal with what
Oh,
you're
yeah.
actually teaching.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Times
to
have
know.
changed, Destin.
Yeah.
We're old
Well,
now.
I know.
Remember?
I know. The whole freaking 7 years.
Yeah, so
You
we'll
know?
teach the fundamental and then we'll also incorporate that into a drill that's game like so the kids are actually making that realization
Quick
of
decisions.
Yeah.
I can do this in a game, or when they get into that position in a game they feel comfortable on what to do, and maybe
One
it's
thing
a
to be able
zone
to do it in
entry.
practice. It's a whole nother thing
Oh,
to
yeah.
do it under pressure in a game like
Yep.
situation, and that is where you're gonna get, or that's what you're gonna get out of Sam.
Well, and that's the thing too, is it's hard to determine at times. And
Yeah.
and this goes to just from coaching, right?
Yeah,
Where you're going to see kids that can just run drills like crazy,
Yeah.
amazing, and then
Yes.
game time, and they're like, bing,
Yep.
Yeah.
It just goes
It's like,
completely
what-
out. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and then it's polar opposite. Sometimes it's like the drills, they don't know what they're doing. They mess it up. They end up on the line.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So I think our viewers
then-
are probably going to be pretty interested in like how do they get involved? How do they get their kids involved? And how affordable is it?
so-
I don't want to
no,
dive
hold
into
on.
like
With that,
exact
that's
money.
I was going to bring
right?
that. How
But
much time do we got? Enough? Yeah.
We've got 3
so
minutes.
I want to know, like, age. Do you have age groups?
We do. So right now we're running our specialty clinics. We have 3 groups on the ice. So what makes us so special and so unique is that we cap our athletes on the ice. We have a maximum of 12 spots on the ice, any given specialty clinic and program. So our specialty clinics are one and done. You can sign up for one of them. And
And that ranges from beginner to like intermediate to like,
our beginner,
Definitely.
we don't have
not
quote
like
unquote
learn to skate but
requirement.
like-
It's not a learn to skate because we are trying to correct your asymmetries within your stride. You got to be able to skate backwards, glide on one foot, and stop. We have kids out there right now that are playing on U8s.
yeah.
At the Ogden rink, we got a couple of U8 kids. At Logan, we have some U16 kids, U12, U14. It really ranges. We've also worked with some pro athletes before, Sheldon and I. So we can go anywhere from U8 to pro, juniors as well. You know, we kind of try to encompass all of it, and we just make it work for whoever's on the ice.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's very diverse.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that like it's you do have to know how to obviously skate a little bit.
Right.
Definitely.
So when do I get to sign up?
Hey, whenever
you
you'd
want.
like.
We'll get you out on the ice. We'll do a
Just don't run
PS.
circles around me.
I'm going to be your first learn to skate. You got to make an exception.
That's right.
You got to make an exception.
for you guys, for sure.
I think I'll be all right. I'm just worried about him. You're gonna need full.
I can
pass.
skate. I just can't stop.
We'll have fun.
We can teach you how to stop.
There we go.
We can teach you.
There we go.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
But I've
I'm-
always been like a snowboarder, not a skier, and I
Yeah.
know there's like the stopping.
Little
I've
different.
heard.
See, and I wish I would have
so-
skied instead of snowboarded.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I was
Probably
only a
been way
skier.
better.
I'm a skier.
I could
so.
only
See,
ski.
which pisses me off because I got decent at snowboarding, but I wish I would have actually skied because it's like almost edge work. You just don't cross
Yeah.
over.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
It's like,
Any last quick shout outs? We've got a little bit of time left here. Let's hear it.
Any other shout outs?
Sheldon?
I think we
Maddie?
just got to shout out our parents because they've been
I was
very
just gonna say the
supportive.
same thing. Yeah.
They've been
Love it.
super supportive of us. My family's in Canada still. Her family's actually in Michigan. So, well, her family's all over the map. But
Yeah.
no, they support us. They help us with anything we need. They're always a phone call away if we need it. And another shout out to Tim and Julie because without them, I don't think this would be possible for us
No.
to be out here. So,
Yeah.
thanks to them as well for just being great mentors and friends and everything there. So
love it.
He took the words right out of my
Yeah,
mouth.
there we go. I mean, what you guys are doing is cool, and it's just, I mean, this is just
And
the beginning.
we're here to
right?
help.
I mean,
We wanna help.
everything is.
Same.
You're in a great market right now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
That's
We're
Cole
super
and I,
excited.
Same thing.
Kinda
We're here to
divine
help and-
timing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works. Yeah.
yep.
So-
We just want to see the hockey in Utah really,
We're here for the
Develop.
kids. We're here for the
Exactly.
kids. We
Yep.
want to help them get better. We want to
course.
help their game improve. And we want Utah hockey to be the best hockey there is.
Yeah. And, I
That's
mean,
what we're here for.
Well, and that's the craziest thing is like just going from the U12s where I coached, we had 5 teams. Yeah. Growing up, we had maybe 1.5.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's growing,
Yeah.
and now it's rapidly. It's
Yeah.
just getting to be. It needs to happen.
So make sure you check them out. Check out their socials. Perfect Skating Utah. Right.
Yeah.
We'll be
Perfectskating.ca
in
is
touch.
the website if
Right
they'd
on.
like to see it.
Yep.
So.
Our Instagram is Perfect Skating Utah.
Perfect Skating Utah. Yeah,
Yep.
I see
Yep,
you
we do
guys.
have an Instagram.
I see you guys on there all the time. But make sure you check them out. Get your kids involved. Get yourself involved. If you can skate, go check them out. Perfect Skating. Again, thank you guys
Thank
for
you
coming
guys
on.
so
Thank you
much
guys
for
for
It's like a
having us.
time
We really
capsule in
appreciate
here,
it.
but
Yeah.
it's
I know.
amazing.
Thank you.
This has been the Puck Drop Podcast, and we will see you next week, like always.
Well, who knows now? We're booked. I'll see you tomorrow.